Hello, Serge here from the Backyard Driving Range. We have a question that came in on the blog, and it's about proper footwork and footwear. And this comes from SIP102, SIP102, and he says, I've been using your swing now for almost 2 years and can say my game has improved since day one. But something always seems to get out of whack. Usually I can figure out the problem, and it generally begins with my hands. I know that you cover the Surge swing numerous times. I've read the manual and watched the dailies. I know you don't like to connect the dots when you break your swing down, but I don't recall any daily specifically relating to just the hands except for being flat and not cocking. The flat and not cocking references at the top of the backswing that the wrist is relatively flat, as compared to if you try to so to speak cock, hinge, or set your wrist, they will eventually end up being cupping. They'll end up cupping or arching, and we want to stay the forward wrist definitely flat. I know the swing should be automatic. I get hung up reaching perfect impact with the ball. You said the left hand was the power hand, yet you swing up with the right. Should I be thinking coming back to the ball with the left and the right just following, or thinking just the right hand, or should I be thinking squaring the club head? You see my dilemma? The swing thought continues to disrupt my game. Any help will be appreciated. Okay, I guess we'll just call you SIP as you have in your email. SIP. The key is that you get into trouble here. I think when you start talking about you're trying to reach perfect impact. Impact is the blink of an eye, the snap of a finger. It's that faster. To try to make perfect impact is I don't think it can happen. Just like I know people, they have these things they call impact bags. They put them on the ground, and some people swing slowly into them, and they try to get there, and they want to practice what perfect impact feels like. It happens too fast. That's like me walking up here, and I'm not going to say this would ever happen because it probably could. I trip on this mat and I fall down, and so I'm going to say, okay, now I need to practice falling down. That I got to practice tripping and falling down so I don't hurt myself. Well, you can probably practice it if you're trying to, but when it happens automatically, there isn't time for your brain to decide what happens. Everything just happens automatically. You just tumble or whatever. And so the key becomes that's impact. Impact is fast. It's one half of the ball's on the club, 1/2 of 1,000th of a second. If you're trying to physically put the club on the ball, or you're trying to make that perfect impact, trying to square the club up on the ball, all it's going to be doing is slowing you down. All right? So the key here is let's go over and discuss what is impact, what is release, what's happening approaching the ball and then through the ball. All right? So we know that the arms swing only in front of the body, and at 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, which is impact, the arms are perpendicular and they always come back to where they can clap, or as I call it, the prayer position. All right? It doesn't hurt to pray sometimes to hit good golf shots, but this is guaranteed. Your arms are connected to your shoulder, the ball and socket joint. And they rotate. There's no wrist cock or wrist break. What that happens is when we take the club away into the catcher's mitt, which if my aiming line is say I'm putting it right at the bullseye over there in the net, and the catcher's mitt, and I'm going to put this line here just so you can see what I'm talking about here. If this is my aiming line looking at the target, the catcher's mitt is on both sides, both in the behind and in the forward catcher's mitt, is just slightly inside the line. Okay? So standing this way, and the ball, and I'm going to swing on this line, the catcher's, as I start, we know we take the club back, toe up, so that that means the hands are slightly rotating. We go into the catcher's mitt, toe up right about there. We keep turning until the forward arm reaches and shaft reaches the toe line, but I'm lifting from the get-go. This first second I'm moving, as you can see for that camera, this club is coming off of that aiming line, off of that stick. And I'm lifting. And the lifting and the rotating continues until I reach the toe line. Then after that, there's no more turn. When the forward arm and shaft's over the toe line, it's all lift. And the same thing's going to happen in the forward swing. I come in, approach the ball, I hit it, and the club rotates toe up into the forward mitt. And once the arms, the trailing arm now, the rear arm, for me the right arm, reaches the toe line, then there's no more turn, it's standing up. But I'm already relatively standing up at the split second of impact coming through. I'm starting to stand up. But the key is I know where the target is. I want the club through to the target, into the forward mitt and through, and once this arm reaches here, I'm standing up. In other words, I'm not letting myself keep rotating that way. And that's why you have to control your rotations. And that's why, as Sip said in the mail, I talk about in the email there, or the blog, that I use a lot of right hand. The key is I don't try, both hands have to be, I believe, have to be the same pressure and trying to move at the same speed, but at certain points, one hand has to control how much the club rotates and where it goes. And since I'm right-handed, since it's closer, it's down and lower on the grip, and it's closer to the head, and I feel that the palm of the right hand with a square grip means the face, if the palm's perpendicular to the ground and the face is perpendicular to the ground, the face and palm are exactly the same. So whatever my palm does, my face does. The club face is doing. And so I'm controlling it. I'm controlling how much I rotate more with my right arm than my left arm, but I'm not saying it's all left arm power. Yeah, the left arm's putting power, but I can put all the power I want with my left hand, but if I resisted with my right arm, it'd be slowing the left hand and arm down. And so the key is I try to make them go together, but I do control how much I rotate. I could very easily let the right hand rotate palm down and look where the face is. That's going to be hitting balls left to left to left all day. Just like if I want to stop it and the right palm goes that way, the face goes up and the palm's up, the ball's going to the right. So we go in toe up to toe up and then stand up. And so it's a great, I guess the best way to put it is the hands are a great tandem. They work in harmony together, and at certain points, one hand might be moving faster than another, or be more active than another. Not faster, be more active. And in this case, the activity of the right hand is controlling the rotations, just like skipping a rock. I can control it. If I flip the hand over like that, the rock will go over there. If I flip it over like that, it'll curve up into a weak bleed out to the right. So the right hand's controlling it, but they're both providing the power. I'm trying to swing them both with the equal speed and the control, because if one hand's trying to go faster than the other one, then you'll no way you'll be in balance. Okay? So impact is that's fast. So when you lift the club in the mitt and up the tree and you start approaching impact, if you have the concept of swinging up into the catcher's mitt, toe up, your ball position's in the right place, you make the proper swing to impact, the club will come to impact square every time. Boom. And if you control the rotations through, you can hit the ball relatively dead straight if you go toe up in the backswing to toe up in the forward swing. So get these guys working as a tandem. Forget about hitting the ball or trying to make a perfect contact. Just try to get from toe up and stand up, and everything happens down there in the blink of an eye, the snap of a finger. It happens too fast to try to make it happen. All you can do is let it happen. But you let it happen by doing the tandem of the hands and controlling how much the rotations from toe up with your lower hand, as I think is the secret. Okay? So hopefully that answers your question. This is not about making it happen, it's about letting it happen. You got to so that's why I say it's pretty hard to connect dots, because all you'll be doing is slowing down. So toe up, T finish, recoil, relax, swing to the target. You'll be hitting it more solid and straight, much more consistently. That's it for the Surge for today, and I'll be talking to you all again soon.